Hey boys, back. Welcome back to the channel. In this week's episode, we're going to be talking about the LIFX Beam. So before we get started, I just wanted to put a little disclaimer here. I was sent this item through my photography over on Instagram, and I was paid for those shots and the content that I made over on Instagram. However, this is kind of like an additional piece of content that I'm putting out for you guys on here, just to kind of show you what's in the box, what to expect, what the pros, what the cons are. This wasn't part of the original deal. Again, I was paid for what I did over on Instagram, but this is separate. This is my own personal opinion, all of that. Just a little bit of a caveat, just to let you know. Okay, carry on with the video. Let's talk specs first and foremost. So the box contains one corner piece and 6 individual beam pieces. The beams themselves have 3M command strips on the back, and the connectors on the side are just magnetic sort of, connectors on each side. So you just snap the pieces together and stick them where you want them. It's kind of a toolless assembly for all of this, but do bear in mind you're probably going to want a spirit level if you do want, sort of right angles. Hold up the spirit level, snap the 3M strips right next to it in place, and build whatever shape you want. There's no hub or bridge required for the installation of these. However, asterisk here, it only works on the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi bandwidth. It doesn't work with 5. I've had this problem before with these type of lights. This one was no different. Only works with 2.4, so make sure you connect into that when you set them up yourself. And inside the box, you do get power connectors for sort of UK, Europe, all of that sort of stuff. So depending on where you are, you'll get a power connector to fit your outlet. Now each kit does support up to 8 beams in total and 2 corner pieces, although just to be aware, at the time of filming this, I couldn't find any sort of add-on packs anywhere. For those of you that are familiar with sort of Nanoleaf, you buy the starter kit and you can buy like add-on triangles, shapes, whatever, for each one there afterwards. With this kit, I wasn't able to find any additions, so I guess you would end up buying 2 starter kits if you did want them to run off of one outlet. I don't really know why you'd want to do that in all honesty, but there we go. Now, for most people, the kind of cool factor from this really comes from the app. The app is really what makes this fantastic. So there are 10 blended light zones per beam, so that the color from these are fantastic. You can really sort of showcase the light and really customize them and tweak them to exactly how you want them. In the app, you can do all sorts of stuff like set them to come on a timer, for instance. Like me, I work and create content from the same space. I could set it so at say 6 o'clock when I finish work, the lights could change into RGB mode and tell me it's gaming time. You can set it to do all sorts of stuff depending on what time of day it is, come on at a certain time, go off, change modes, all of that sort of thing. It's pretty cool. There are loads of presets built into it for all sorts of things. They also include like seasonal things as well. So there was like a Christmas theme that came on at, around December time. Loads of different stuff like that. Loads of different sort of ones, from static to moving, breathing, blending, everything. It really covers everything. Of course, it also has all the smart functions, so it will hook up to your Alexa, Google, all of those sort of things, all your smart home technology, and it's also compatible with all the other LIFX products as well. So all of their smart home stuff, hook everything up, turn on the lights, turn off the lights, do this, do that. All the usual stuff. It's worth noting these things are really, really bright. It's quite often if I'm in the living room, which is where they are right now, bordering the LG C1 TV, you don't really need the lights on. That thing will light up the entire room. In fact, you can always tell as you're getting close to home if the TV's on or someone's watching something, because it's honestly, it's like a spaceship's landing when you look at the house from the outside. Because the kit comes with 6 beams and 1 corner piece, you are limited to the actual designs you can make with this thing. Just bear that in mind. You can either make sort of a downward piece with a T piece on top, use the corner piece, and then a T light section, or you can have it running down and an L, depending on what orientation you want, but you are limited to those 2 patterns in whatever you're going to do. So to quickly recap, pros are 100% the app. Connects flawlessly, really, really easy to connect that up. The light is fantastic, the app is great, all the customization stuff and all of that, fantastic, really happy. Cons are the limited amount of orientations that you can use with these. Again, T or an L shape, and I suppose we have to look at cost and competition as a con to this as well. Now, all of these offerings from the different companies are around about the same price these days. So you're looking at this or something from the competition, you're probably going to be looking around the same sort of price. I have a neon sign that was, again, roughly retails about the same price, or I got that through my Instagram photography, but if you were to retail that, around about the same price. So you could have something completely customized to your own taste, your own style, your own logo, whatever, for roughly about the same price as you could have one of these. And the Nanoleafs do offer you a lot more customization for your money as well. Just bear that in mind. As we all know, being gamers, RGB equals more FPS in our games. So inevitably, you know, you're going to want these things to kind of make your setup look cool. And these definitely do the job. You could, you know, certainly outline your monitors, outline a picture, outline your TV, all these kind of different things that you can do with these lights. And honestly, you won't be disappointed with them if you do spend the money and buy them. They are fantastic. I just think that for the money, there's also other options. Again, the neon light that I have is great, personal to me, looks great in the setup. And the Nanoleafs as well, you do kind of get a little bit more kind of room to play around and that sort of thing for your money as well. So there's some pros, there's some cons for you. Just one last note, for anyone that's made it this far, just wanted to say thank you. You guys are amazing. I really love all the support and all the rest of it on these videos. They really do make it feel worthwhile. I have been, you know, sort of on Instagram now for a good number of years, and I've built up a small following on there, and because of that, you know, sort of companies will look to you to sort of promote some of their, you know, some of their things. Lots of companies out there now want to leverage the, you know, small creators like myself in order to showcase items, products, all of that sort of thing. I'm certainly fortunate enough to be in that bracket with a lot of my peers who were, you know, kind of lucky to work with all these cool brands and all of that sort of stuff. And I just wanted to say, one, thanks for all of you for sticking around. You guys make it all possible. I know my kind of audience here on YouTube is really small compared to, you know, the shouting point I have over on Instagram per se, but I just wanted to say thanks. This is the direction that the channel is probably going in the future, to do more sort of tech stuff, you know, showing you guys some real honest reviews and that sort of stuff, you know, of these products. I want to try and be as open and honest with you as possible, because if you're going to go out and spend your hard-earned money on this stuff, then I want you to have a good experience. And the best way I see to be able to do that for you is to really showcase, you know, all of these things that I get, make additional content for you, and if you like it, then great, and if you get something from it, then even better. So if you do have any ideas or anything like that, anything you would change, anything you want to see differently, anything you want to see less of these ramblings, anything like that, then just let me know. I'll try and you know, take all of that on board the best that I can, because I want to make this you know, a great place for all of you at the end of the day. Okay, that's enough rambling. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.